All right, hello guys. So I titled this Transmute Hate Towards You. Um, I've been seeing in my recommendation box. I haven't clicked on the videos because I've decided not to give this type of stuff any more energy and any more attention. No matter how tragic it is. Um, if you cannot do anything about it, then it's just keeps making you angry, and it's like article after article, story after story that's making you mad and making you mad at other people, but then really nothing gets done about it. The best thing you can do is just rely on the authorities because there is no movement to stop what's happening um, to Black women. So first, I think it was something about a Black woman getting attacked by a white man, and then I just happened to see a post, video, but it was some kind of post about NYPD is looking for some guy who repeatedly kicked a 78-year-old Black woman. I think it was in the face or something. I don't know, but he was repeatedly kicking a 78-year-old Black woman. So one was a white man who attacked a Black woman, and another one was a Black man that attacked an elderly woman. Okay. Um, and I'm gonna get into transmutation because the reason why I'm talking about transmutation, because right now it's pretty obvious that there's not going to be a movement to stop. That's why I don't listen to this stuff, because nothing's really going to be done about it. There's no real movement. When I read the comments under Paris Milan's post, I mean, the comments was like, emotions that you would expect, right? So one person said, when are you going to get tired of Black women? When are you going to get tired of people kicking your behinds, right? And then there was another comment talking about, oh, Black men are protecting us. Where are our men to protect us? And then another comment was like, oh, karma's going to come back on him. So now Black women are waiting on the karma. So I just want to say, and this is not going to be, not to critique anybody, but I just want to say, out of all the comments that I read under that post, not one of them that I read. Now, it could be some that say it now because I didn't go back and try to read everything that people said. So it might be something now, but I did not see one comment under that post that said, Black women, we need to get together. We need to do something to protect each other because nobody's going to protect us. Nobody, if we can't protect ourselves, nobody else will. I did not see one comment that said that. Not one comment. It was mostly moaning and groaning comments. Moaning and groaning. Upset, angry. Of course, that's an expected emotion. But by this time, there's other women that have taken action against their own patriarchies because they're tired. But you know the difference between those women? They're not getting beat by everybody else. See, Black women get attacked from all patriarchy, seem like. They get attacked from everybody. Other men, on top of that, other men are attacking Black women from other patriarchies. Now, these ladies are forming something against their own patriarchy because, like Argentina, in Argentina, a lot of these women, I think it's something like every 30 hours or something, a woman is dying to domestic violence, is killed by domestic violence. But you know what? For Black women, especially I think in the United States, it's even less than 30 hours. Okay, so but see, the thing is, these ladies are taking action against their very misogynistic and violent patriarchy. Even though the patriarchy is building up their communities, they're tired of the abuse because it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like, okay, you built up our patriarchy, but we have to keep getting our butts kicked by you. So what do we choose? And those women chose their own lives, even though they have a patriarchy that builds. Okay, Black women don't have a patriarchy that build, and it's actually worse than a lot of these other women. Okay, because they're getting attacked not only by their own men, they're getting attacked by every other man. Okay, and so the Black women do have it worse. But I think the unfortunate thing is that a lot of black women probably would not form a movement. And I'm talking about in the United States, because actually some black women in Africa have formed movements like the Kenyan women. Okay. But a lot of black women, especially in the United States, you just will not see anything like that happening, because of black women have internalized something totally different than those other women have. Although those women have faced abuse and they found the strength to stick together, number one is because they're not alone. So you don't have one individual person or maybe two or three people trying to get things to happen. You have a collective of women in those cultures that are sticking together, and that's what's really giving them the courage to fight. But with black women in the United States, there is no collective of women amongst black identified women, okay? Black identified women that will not stick together to do something about the violence against them, okay? And so for that reason, it's not going to do any good for one person or two people or three people to stand up and try to form something. And here's why: because black women have internalized so much hatred. And I'm going to get to the transmutation part in a second. I just want to kind of explain some things. Black women are facing the sickness in their subconscious, along with the violence coming from other people on the outside perceived world. Okay, so what I mean is that black women have internalized such hatred from everybody. They internalize hatred from their men, they internalize hatred from their family, they internalize hatred from society. And so it is so internalized that regardless of what a lot of these ladies say off the top of their head in their conscious mind, they can say that they want the best life and they want a decent person, or they can say whatever they can say whatever in their conscious mind, but their subconscious, the subconscious is what's controlling their reality. The subconscious is what's controlling black women's reality. And so a lot of black women have internalized hate, and it's turned into a lot of self-hate. And so you have a lot of black women who hate other black women and girls. You have other black women that feed their black girls to the wolves. And so not only do black women are getting viciously attacked by everybody else, their own men, other groups of men, and other groups of women, they're getting attacked by black women also. This is self-destruction. It's almost like genocide. I'm going to be honest with you. The more I talk, the more it sounds like genocide. Okay? I know some of you believe, well, the black woman will never go anywhere. That's fine, but what I'm looking at is a form of genocide. That's what I'm looking at right now. It's a form of genocide. Now, the black woman, of course, it's not going to go anywhere. A lot of black women are leaving. But those who are meant to stay, who are meant to rise and expand, are just going to rise and expand no matter what. But no, it is genocide. A lot of black women are going. It's genocide, okay? I'm going to get to the transmutation part. For those of you who actually care and don't just want to sit around and listen to something happen, constantly listen to something happening bad to black women. For those of you who actually want to do something, but you know that black women have so much internalized hatred in them that they hate each other, you know that black women will not get together like these other groups of women and form something, because there's too much hatred in black women for themselves. So for those of you guys who still won't change, but you know goodness well a group of black women right now cannot get together, there's ways to transmute the hatred. It's ways to transmute these negative situations. Now, you can't change the situations that happen to these other women, but the way you can make yourself feel better, and I've said this before, is try to mentor little girls. If you're interested in little girls, or if you know something about domestic violence, try to volunteer at a shelter that holds domestic violence victims or survivors. I'll say survivors instead of victims. I'll say domestic violence survivors. You can go and mentor those ladies. You can volunteer, but do something to make yourself feel better. Okay? Me, it's going to be mentoring little girls. It could be talking about molestation. You can tell people different kind of resources they can go to that have suffered rape and molestation. Try to talk about a lot of self-love, the infinite love. Try to talk about that. So different things to uplift a lot of different women. but to teach them more about self-love. Because here's the thing. When a person has true self-love, you don't have to constantly tell them to leave a certain group of men alone. Like a lot of black women say, well, leave black men alone. When a person has true self-love, they're going to know what it looks like coming from whether the man is black, white, Asian culture, Hispanic culture, whatever the person is. When the best thing to teach these women or to help these women to get themselves to is a point of unconditional self-love. Before they can have unconditional love for others, they need to have unconditional love for themselves. You cannot have unconditional love for other people if you do not love yourself. It does not work. Okay? Because that's just a form of a sacrifice, and it only makes you more miserable to constantly love somebody else, but there's no love for yourself. But yeah, that's the way you're going to work on that situation. Raise your vibration, so raise your vibration to a point where a lot of this negativity won't touch you. Okay, because you raise your vibration so high, your frequency so high, this negativity won't come around you. Okay, and then you will have different types of beings that will protect you from such craziness. Okay, yeah, but that'll be it. But that's the way that I was talking about. Transmute that situation. You can transmute it by living your best life. I was thinking, I was listening to Madam Logic Bomb, and she was talking about more black women making travel vlogs, and I think that'll be great. On top of black women doing a lot of interracial dating, expanding option videos, I think a lot of black women should get into travel vlogs, just in case, because every black woman don't want to get married, and every black woman is not interested in just dating. So for those black women who, have lost interest in the black community, but they're not interested in dating, I think more should make travel vlogs, okay? And businesses. I think a lot of us need to get into running businesses more, being a big boss, okay? Being the big boss, okay? Things like that that really that increases the self-esteem, increases the power within, and that helps to change the situation. I would say it'll help you feel better by doing things to help little girls, doing things to help other women, domestic violence survivors or rape survivors, molestation survivors, doing things to talk to them, and trying to build up other ones. Like if you see a couple of black women or people who's trying to do something to try to counteract so much that's towards them, try to contribute towards them if you really, really see that they care. Not somebody who just want to, talk a good game, but you see the map, you see the blueprint, you see them already taking action to where they're going. You see that they've already gotten started. So it's not a question of what are they going to do. They're already doing it, and you just want to contribute. Okay, something like that. But it's better than constantly getting upset about a lot of this stuff that we see happening to black women, and the news stories are spread on YouTube. Like I just saw the title. Like I said, I don't listen to these videos anymore. But I guess some pro-black male made a video about a white man beating up a black woman and talking about how why black women shouldn't swear. Now I didn't even watch the video, but I summed it up just by the title alone. Okay, because I can't entertain that stuff no more. And it's nothing against the content creators who make it. It's just that it pulls down your vibration. You're getting to a point where that constantly being triggered is restricting your heart chakras, and you will not rise up. You will not get a chance to rise. You will not get a chance to ascend. You will not be able to expand if you constantly triggered. And I'm at a point where I just do not want to be constantly triggered. Okay. And so, yeah, with that being said, this pro-black male, I just saw the title alone, trying to shame black women because black women date interracially. But then here's another viral video going around of some black man beating up a 70-year-old black woman on a subway and kicking her in the face, I think, and they don't say anything about that. So it gets to a point, you guys, where you know how so many black people make videos about white people, but white people don't you got some white people that may respond, but most of the white people that responded to black people was because of Black Lives Matter. You rarely see white people respond to black people in these silly videos that black people make about them, calling them white devils. You rarely see white people respond to that. The most I've seen white people didn't start making videos and making channels until Black Lives Matter, because that was a huge, more political situation. But responding to these little stupid videos about calling people cave beasts and white devil, you rarely hear them respond to that. Why? Because they know they are at an advantage. Okay, they know that they have better things to do than to respond to these little anti-white videos that these pro-black people like to make. And this is what I'm saying about a lot of black women. When these people keep making these videos trying to talk about why you shouldn't swirl and just want to attack you, it gets to a point where you got to do what these powerful people do and don't pay them no attention. You can you show them by how you live. Okay, you got to show them better than you can tell them. Because going back and forth with them, you could easily say, well, what about all the women that's been raped, when black women and girls that's been raped? What about the CDC saying that the black women are like the most murdered killed when it comes to domestic violence? You can say all of that to them, and they're going to act like they can't hear a word that you're saying. They're going to keep talking about different white men that might attack black women. And here's the thing. I am not going to defend these guys, these non-black men, for attacking black women, because like I said earlier, black women are attacked from all different people, and I'm not going to defend this group of people. So I don't want to just sit here and say, well, they're trying to stop black women from dating interracially, so don't listen to them. Now, I know I might have said that before, but I think the bigger picture is not to pay attention to these folks who upload these videos. I think the bigger picture is black women are being attacked. They are being attacked. That's the bigger picture to me. More than these pro-blacks wanting to get online and talk about why black women shouldn't swirl. The bigger picture is black women are being attacked from all different angles. Okay, that's the bigger picture to me. And so, because unfortunately black women right now will not get together, not in mass like these other groups of women are, like these other groups of women from these other cultures are sticking together in mass, but it's because they don't have the level of self-hatred ingrained in them that black women have. And so they might have suffered abuse and say, well, little girls, but they don't have the level of self-hate placed in them the same way the self-hate is put in black women. Okay, so the reason why they have a movement going is because they don't hate each other. This is a group of women who are battling against their violent patriarchy, but they don't hate each other as women. And black women, a lot of them turn on each other, and black women can't form those type of movements as of now. You can't do what these other ladies are doing because there's too much hatred between black women, and black women a lot of them hate their girls. So that's why I say the best you can probably do right now is to try to mentor girls. Try to, they have domestic violence shelters. Try to talk to them if you're a person who survived domestic violence. Even if you're dealing with drugs, try to talk to these ladies that could be trying to overcome drugs. Something like that can raise your vibration instead of constantly being mad about seeing these videos about black women getting their butts kicked. Okay? And it's normal that it can make you angry, but there's no solution for that besides call the authorities, but there's no other solution. Then you kind of just keep getting angry and angry and angry with no solution and no action. Okay? With that being said, I will talk to you soon.